In the immediate hours following the death of George Floyd and the protests that ensued, I watched personally with horror as Lake Street, the commercial corridor in the neighborhood where I live today, was ablaze. I was angry about the death of George Floyd. I was angry about the fact that my city was on fire. And I was also angry about what I knew was contributing to that unrest. I've lived in the city of Minneapolis since I was 16 years old, and I know the city well. The problems that we experienced and the anguish that surfaced with the killing of George Floyd resonated with people all over this globe. I was proud of our employees and equally proud of the fact that, the company recognized that the needs of our community would be grave in this period. There are even employees who, set up operations right here, in the parking lots, of Thomson Reuters, and creating opportunities for people to be able to drive onto our campus and not only get food to feed themselves, but we also had a project where we were providing resources for pets. We actually established a relationship with an organization called NOBLE. It's the National Organization of Black Law Enforcement Executives. NOBLE is taking a lead role on police reforms at a national level. So Thomson Reuters really believed that by partnering with NOBLE, we might be able to help surface some police reform strategies that could be helpful to people everywhere. I believe that Thomson Reuters is in a unique position to bring our role as a trusted partner to the law enforcement community, the legal community, and most importantly, the citizens of our community, to help bring about the change that everyone is looking for.
Thomson Reuters has a long history, one that I'm particularly proud of leading with our people, through our people, by our people. And I think all of the issues and challenges that we have been facing in 2020 have allowed us to do that. Inclusion has been a big theme for Thomson Reuters in 2020. In the first part, let me say, we have been really trying to make our workplace a more inclusive place. And so we have tried to have more open, honest conversations with our employees around what is going on in their communities, around what is going on in our society, and how we can contribute as a company. We have been trying to have more open dialogues around challenges that we're having. For example, underrepresentation of Black people and other folks of color within our management ranks, within our executive leadership. We want to set an aspiration. We want to set a goal about who we can be, and then ask people across the company, our employees, to help us achieve that. And so by really making the tent bigger and inviting people in, I think we raise the level of our inclusiveness in terms of our community, but also we raise our level of game in terms of unleashing our talent on the business challenges that we're trying to solve.
We're creating a more inclusive culture at Thomson Reuters by focusing on diverse talent, not only the recruitment, but more importantly, the internal mobility, succession planning, and really getting to know the needs of our talent. We're also hoping to focus more with our customers because they expect us to be thought leaders in this space. They're asking us, what are our thoughts? What are we doing? And how can we be more a resource to them? Our focus of diversity and inclusion in the short term at Thomson Reuters is really to build a foundation. And what I mean is building the data analytics and rigor needed to help us make good decisions and have the right insights, particularly when we look at our talent strategy. We also need to pay attention to accountability. What does that mean at the senior level? What does it mean for people managers? And what does it mean for all of our associates? So really getting the infrastructure, the data, and the accountability is most critical in the short term. Our long-term vision and strategy for diversity and inclusion will be to continue to create a culture of inclusion. And what that really means is making sure that all of our people feel that they are valued and that they have a sense of belonging at the company, that all of their experience matters, and that we value all of their diverse experiences and perspectives.
We are playing a thought leadership role in trying to provide a framework for all of us to be able to work better together. I think Thomson Reuters needs to stay in that conversation.